We're starting off with a look at ICICI Bank, one of India's largest private sector banks. The company recently released its Q1 earnings, and the results are impressive. ICICI Bank reported a 15.6% year-over-year increase in core operating profit, driven by strong loan growth and improved asset quality. The bank's advances grew 19.6% year-over-year, with business banking loans rising 28.2% and rural portfolio expanding 35.4%. Domestic corporate loans increased 18.5%, while retail loans grew 12%. The bank's asset quality also improved, with the gross non-performing asset ratio declining to 1.38% from 1.67% a year earlier. Several brokerages have upgraded their target prices for ICICI Bank following the strong first quarter performance. Centrum has retained its buy rating with a target price of Rs 1,900, implying an upside of around 32%. Dolat Capital has also retained its buy rating, raising its target price to 1,800 rupees, which implies an upside of around 25%. JM Financial and JM Financial have maintained their buy ratings, with target prices of Rs 1,710 and Rs 1,630 respectively. The brokerages cite the bank's strong operating performance, sector-leading loan growth, and superior net interest margin management as reasons for their positive outlook. It's worth noting that while the first quarter results are encouraging, investors should consider multiple factors before making any investment decisions. We'll continue to monitor ICICI Bank's performance and provide updates on the Riskwiser Zone. We'll be right back with more from the world of stocks and finance on the Riskwiser Zone. Welcome back to the Riskwiser Zone. We're diving into the world of finance and investments, where brokerages are making big calls on various stocks. Firstly, let's talk about Goldman Sachs' bullish stance on Sansera Engineering and Craftsman Automation. The brokerage has initiated coverage on these companies with a buy rating, citing their potential for growth in the aerospace, defense, and semiconductor industries. Goldman Sachs believes that Sansera Engineering's transition into these new sectors will support higher margins and better realizations. They also see an opportunity for the company to benefit from the production-linked incentive benefits, which could provide additional upside. Similarly, Craftsman Automation's engine block business is expected to benefit from the global data center build-out, while its aluminum content per vehicle is likely to increase with the transition to electric vehicles. On the other hand, Goldman Sachs has initiated coverage on Bharat Forge and Samvardhana Motherson with a neutral rating. The brokerage believes that the expected defense growth and commercial vehicle upcycle are already reflected in the stock price of Bharat Forge. They also expect a commercial vehicle upcycle in North America and Europe over the next 2 years, but note that overseas manufacturing operations in Europe and the US continue to struggle. It's essential to remember that these are just brokerage calls, and investors should do their own research before making any investment decisions. The auto ancillary sector has shown significant growth in recent years, with companies reporting healthy volume growth across segments and an improved product mix. However, it's crucial to consider various factors, including the company's financials, management team, industry trends, and competitive landscape. As we continue to navigate the complex world of finance, it's vital to stay informed and up to date on the latest developments. We'll be keeping a close eye on these stocks and the auto ancillary sector as a whole. Welcome back to the Riskwiser Zone. As we wrap up today's show, let's take a look at some of the key stories making headlines in the world of finance. The global economy is always on the move, and it's essential to stay informed about the latest developments. We've seen significant volatility in the markets recently, with investors keeping a close eye on interest rates, inflation, and geopolitical events. In the U.S., the Federal Reserve is expected to hike interest rates by 25 basis points 3 times in 2026, according to Bank of America's forecast. This could have a ripple effect on the global economy, impacting everything from stock prices to currency exchange rates. Speaking of stocks, some big names are reporting their earnings this week, including Alphabet, Tesla, and Intel. Investors will be watching closely to see how these companies perform, as it could give us insight into the overall health of the tech industry. In other news, the U.S. job market remains strong, with initial jobless claims expected to come in at 212,000 for the week ended July 18th. This is a positive sign for the economy, but we will need to keep an eye on wage growth and inflation to ensure that the recovery remains sustainable. As we navigate these complex markets, it's essential to stay informed and adapt to changing circumstances. At the Riskwiser Zone, we're committed to bringing you unbiased analysis and expert insights to help you make informed investment decisions. That's all for today's Riskwiser Zone. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, keep your finances in check.